Welcome back to another thrilling edition of Math with Mrs. Cartwright. Alright, so we are talking about ratios, rates, and conversions in this one. And so let's go over some vocab real quick. So on your paper you have these vocabulary words, the fact that a ratio can be written as a fraction or with the colon or with the words number to number, so A to B. Now that we're in middle school, almost high school, most often you will see it written as a fraction if you're trying to do math with it. Otherwise, then you'll see it with the colon. A rate is a ratio that compares quantities of measured in different units. So that's miles per hour, minutes per day, or well, I guess minutes per day. That's more of a conversion. Liters per second type of stuff. Unit rate, a rate with a denominator of 1. So like that's again miles per 1 hour, right? Or cost per t-shirt. And then our conversion factor. This is a ratio of two equivalent measures in different units. So that would be like my minutes per day. Yeah. So first example, you're shopping for t-shirts. Which store offers the best deal? So I know store A is $25 per 2 shirts. Store B is $45 for 4 shirts. And store C is $30 for 3 shirts. So the best way to compare these is to figure out, well, how much is it per shirt? So for 1 shirt. And so to do that, I'm going to do 25 divided by 2. Then 25 divided by 2 gives me $12.5 per shirt. Store B, when I take 45 and divide by 4, I end up with $11.25. So it's $11.25 per shirt. And store C, $30 divided by 3, which is $10 per shirt. And so when we're looking at which one gives us the best deal, that's going to be store C, because it's $10 per shirt, so it is cheaper. Store C gives us the best deal. All right. Converting the following. These are some simple conversions. So we have 330 minutes and we want to change them to hours. So I use what we called what was called when I learned this in Leavenworth, the railroad tracks. So we put what we're converting here. This is minutes. I want to make sure minutes is in the catty-cornered box, right? Minutes on top, minutes on bottom, so that our units will cancel out. And I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I'm going to put my hours on top, my minutes on bottom. And so what happens is my minutes, the units, will cancel out. And I'm going to take 330 and I'm going to divide by 60. And so that ends up being 5.5 hours. So 330 minutes is 5.5 hours. I'm going to do the same thing for kilograms to grams. So 15 kilograms. And then so I need kilograms on the bottom. And 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. And so 1,000 is going to go on top. And so when they're on top, we multiply. When you've got one on top, one on bottom, we divide. I guess I didn't explain that with the first one. But basically, we multiply across the top. If we had more, we'd multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and then divide. But since these two are right next to each other, I'm going to end up doing 15 times 1,000. My kilogram units disappear, and so I end up with 15,000 grams. All right, 5 feet 3 inches to all inches. Now this one's going to be interesting. I'm just going to worry about changing the 5 feet 2 inches. And so 5 feet, I know 1 foot, and I want to make sure feet are in opposite corners, is equal to 12 inches. And so my feet units will cancel out. And then I'm going to take 5 times 12, which is 60. So right now I know I have 60 inches, but I also started 5 foot 3 inches. So I'm going to do 60 plus 3, which is equal to 63 inches. So 5 foot 3 inches is a total of 63 inches. And that's how we convert. And then, like I said, that's simple conversion. So here's a word problem. The CN Tower in Toronto, Canada is about 1,815 feet tall. Excuse me. About how many meters tall is the tower? So, and then it gives us that 1 meter is approximately 3.28 feet. And so I'm going to start with what I know. I know that 1,815 feet tall is the building. And then I know my feet need to go in the opposite corner. So 3.28 feet and 1 meter is on the top. The feet cancel out. And so now I'm going to do 1,815 divided by 3.28. And again, I know I'm dividing because technically my railroad counts as fractions, but I'm just writing it all next to each other. And so from here, 1,815 divided by 3.28, typing that into the calculator, we end up with 553.35 meters. And so that's approximately how many meters our tower is. All right. Last example. Student ran the 50-yard dash in 5.8 seconds. At what speed did the student run in miles per hour? All right, so this is interesting because we've now got to change yards to miles and seconds to hours. And so what we're going to do is we know that we ran 50 yards. And this is, I'm going to make that a long fraction bar in 5.8 seconds. I'm going to start by changing my yards to the miles. Now, I automatically know off the top of my head that 1 yard is 3 feet. And then I know that 5,280 feet is 1 mile. So I've done that. What that does is my yards, because I have it top, bottom, they cancel out, and then feet, top, bottom will cancel out. Now, from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my seconds into hours. And so seconds are on bottom, so I need to put the fact that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So 60 seconds is going on top, minute on bottom, so that my seconds cancel out. And then I need my minutes to turn to hours. And so since I have minutes on bottom, I need my 60 minutes on top to 1 hour on bottom. And so my minutes now cancel out. And so now I'm left with miles on top, hour on bottom, which is exactly what I want. I want miles per hour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 50 times 3 times 60 times 60. And when I do that, I end up with 540,000. Yeah, 540,000. And then on the bottom, I'm going to take 5.8 times 1 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. So basically 5.8 times 5,280. And that one is going to give us 30,664. Now, I need to make this a unit. So that means I need to divide by the 3,664. So 540,000 divided by 30,664 is approximately 17.6 miles per hour. And so the student who ran the 50-yard dash in 5.8 seconds approximately could run or was running 17.6 miles per hour. If you need help with the railroad tracks, just keep in mind our whole point is that if I start with yards on top, whatever my unit is on top will be in the bottom of the other ratio, so that my yards will cancel out, my feet cancel out. It needs to be top to bottom. All right, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you around, 8th graders.